Hey everyone, and welcome back to the LMC Auto channel. Today we got something different. I know I've done a couple of bodywork videos lately. Well, not lately. I've been real busy, so I haven't put out a video like I wanted to. But today will be something different. We got a 2011 Volkswagen Tiguan with a 2.0. Customer complaint is check engine light comes on and off on them. It has 93,000 on the clock. I'm hoping that I can pull some codes out of here. I know he's got a code reader and he's been looking at it and deleting them, so I got the Autel fired up. That's hard to the camera. Let's see. CCTA diagnosis. We will do an auto scan. See what we got. I'm going to tell you right off, I don't do a lot of work on Volkswagens, so this should be interesting. Most I see is, the American Big Three, some occasional imports, but not a lot of European stuff, mostly Japanese, so this should be interesting. Now, I haven't started this vehicle up. The customer dropped it off last night, parked it in the driveway. I wasn't home. He left the keys for me. So a few tips I'll give you, especially when you're dealing with a check engine light. Don't just get in there and fire it up cold and let it run. Hook up your scan tool to it, see what you got, and go from there. It could be a problem that only happens when cold, only happens on initial startup. And use your senses. Listen. This is going to take a bit, so I'll cut you guys back on when it's done its complete scan. Alright guys, the complete scan's done. Got a fault in the ECM, a fault in the central electrics. Let's see, fault in the media player we're not concerned with. Radio, TPMS. Alright, so we're just going to concentrate on the ECM for now. Come on. There we go. Trouble codes. So we got a 01287. Idle control system, RPM higher than expected. Interesting. See if I can get it not so blurry in there for you guys. So it's an active code. It's hard to do here. So we're going to go to live data. I'm going to pick out a few things to look at before we even start it. Engine speed, coolant temp, lambda. Now this is interesting. It's got engine speed 1.1 at G28 and 2.1 at G28. So, let's see, mass airflow. Pounds per second, pounds per second. Throttle valve. Load status. Running mode. Temperature. We'll see how it goes. I might go to OBD2 just to get things a little different. Let's see, we'll do misfire 1, 2, 3, 4. Knock sensor, engine speed, bank 1 sensor, lambda control. Man. Catalytic converter. Speed, selected gear, battery voltage. Load status. Idle regulator. Idle stabilization. Down. You know what? Let's just do it. Start it up. All right. Guys running. Let's see, we got no misfires. It's a throttle valve. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. Control engine speed. Nice airflow. Hear it kick down. Engine speed, is it responding? Yeah. No misfires. But I'll tell you what, like I was talking about before, let me put this down. With diagnosing with all your senses, I can hear right now a loud pitch whistle. And from doing these before, I have an idea. See, the OBD2 part code that would set in place of that VW code is an 0507 for erratic idle air. So basically, this engine is taking in unmetered air. I could have looked it up on the scan tool, but I bet you the fuel trims are off. Now, I'm going to do a quick test to see if what I suspect is happening is happening. These are notorious. I'll try to do this one-handed. For a bad PCV system. What happens is it will fail and try to pull, and actually it will supply full intake manifold vacuum to your crankcase, and all that is unmetered air, and it can't control it. So a quick test for it: either pull your dipstick or your oil fill and see how the engine responds. Now, with that being said, this is a mass airflow system, so even in a perfectly running engine, you will have some idle fluctuation. But I've seen them before where the engine just dies. Can you hear it? And there's a wicked vacuum on it. Pull a dipstick. Hear it almost dying out? There is significant vacuum on this, like sucking it back down. And just running like dog turd. So, this one's going to be kind of cut and dry. It needs a new PCV. So hold on a second. Let me shut the car off. Alright, now with it off, I'm hoping you can hear me better. So in case you couldn't hear me, when I removed either the fill cap or the dipstick, this engine just about shut off. Now, why is that? PCV system, let's go over it. What does it do? It takes all the pressure from the crankcase and throws it back into the intake to be reburned. This one does a couple different things. It also catches oil, but basically it's your standard PCV, just, you know, Volkswagen makes it a little more complicated. So you got your fresh air end here, this hose, and then coming off the back of it, this hose right here goes into your intake pipe on the inlet side of your intercooler. I mean, your turbo. So, what has happened to this one? Well, because of the squealing and everything, there's a diaphragm under this cap that can go bad. There is, under this valve, there is another check valve that can go bad. And sometimes the gasket itself leaks. But on this one, I'm going to suspect either the diaphragm or the check valve. Another good way to tell is you start having oil leaks everywhere. This PCV system is literally throwing intake manifold vacuum to the whole system. And that whistle you hear is actually, on this one, the rear main seal, air going by it. It can cause, if you don't catch it early enough, it can cause some serious issues. You can have rear main issues pretty bad. You know, over here, we have some oil leaks starting. Now, is that from someone spilling oil or something else? I don't know. We'd have to clean it off and check it off, but that's not why we're here today. We've come to do what we've come to do. So I'll leave it at that. I'll get a hold of the customer and see if they want to replace it. And if they do, I'll make a follow-up video. Thanks for watching. Oh, quick note. Dorman makes a kit to replace the diaphragm in there. Do not buy it. It is junk. Go with Volkswagen only. I know Napa makes one. I've never tried it. It's comparable in price to the VW one, so I would just go factory only. Now, what I do is I'll order the PCV valve right here, and then this hose here connects into it with O-rings. But there is also a locating tab, and that locating tab can sometimes break. So, as cheap insurance, I always order this valve and this hose together. I think both of them from a Volkswagen part is like $250 for the set. They're spendy, no doubt about it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'll try to answer any questions that you have. And stay tuned. Hopefully we get a follow-up video. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.